ES Audio.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Travers, and this is the Evening Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, the UK makes strides in the battle against cancer. Now, let's get into it. Despite nearing the end of the year, which has been full of Elon Musk's Twitter drama, he's only managed to get another dramatic twist in under the wire.
The results are in, and it looks like Twitter users have voted for Elon Musk to step down as the head of Twitter.
17 million people voted in a new poll tweeted by Elon last night, asking if he should remain as head of the platform or step down. The Evening Standard's tech reporter Simon Hunt reckons Elon could be under pressure from Tesla investors to focus more on the tech firm.
Its stock price has sunk over the last few weeks, and a lot of investors are thinking, well, this is because Elon is not at the helm anymore. He's not interested in Tesla. He's not spending enough time working on the company. He's more interested in this much smaller company, Twitter, because of the social media reach that it has.
The Tesla and SpaceX founder bought Twitter for $44 billion in late October, but his short tenure has been extremely controversial.
I think we'll still see lots more of the same. I mean, irrespective of who is CEO, Elon still owns the company. He's still running the show. It'll just mean that a lot of the day-to-day decisions will be things that he's less involved in.
We'll just have to wait and see what happens next in the never-ending Twitter saga. And in other Twitter news, the tech giant has banned users from linking to a number of other rival platforms. In a post, it named 7 in particular which would fall under the ban, including Facebook, Instagram, Mastodon, Truth Social, Tribal, Nostr, and Post, but said that links to Parler, TikTok, or LinkedIn would still be permitted. Twitter has not yet given any reason as to why some sites are blacklisted and others are not. Now, a historic deal to protect nature has been agreed at the UN Biodiversity Summit COP15. The plan will put 30% of the planet under protection by the end of the decade. There will also be targets for safeguarding ecosystems such as rainforests and wetlands. They've also agreed to cut food waste in half. The agreement was finalised in the early hours in Montreal, Canada, and has been viewed as a last chance to put nature on a path to recovery. Good news in the battle against cancer. According to figures from Cancer Research UK, the country's death rate from the disease has fallen 16% in the last 20 years, since the charity was founded. It said about 310 in every 100,000 people died from cancer each year in the UK in the early 2000s, but now it's around 260. They say that the progress is largely down to improvements to screening programs, research into effective treatments, and strategies that help stop cancer from forming in the first place. China's top epidemiologist says the country will face 3 COVID waves this winter. It comes after Beijing backed down over its strict zero COVID policy in the face of large-scale protests. Wu Zhenyu was quoted by state media as saying that, had the restrictions been lifted a year earlier, some 250,000 people in China would have died. He says they're currently experiencing the first wave in cities, and the second spike is expected as residents return to their native regions for the Lunar New Year holiday in January, with another from late February to mid-March as people return to work. Let's go to the ads. Coming up, the UK's cold snap comes to an end, but now we might have other problems. Whilst you're here, why not give us a rate and follow? Welcome back. Insurers are denying or limiting coverage to people with exposure to FTX, the bankrupt crypto exchange. It means that some digital currency traders and exchanges are uninsured for any losses from hacks, theft, or lawsuits. Insurers were already reluctant to offer protection policies for crypto companies because of a lack of regulation and the volatility of the market. But the collapse of FTX has increased concerns. Next. A report by MPs has concluded that hydrogen is not a panacea for reaching net zero. Findings from the Common Science and Technology Committee suggest that hydrogen will have its place when it comes to cutting greenhouse gas emissions, but its role will be limited. The committee's given the government 2 months to outline exactly how hydrogen could be used as part of the UK's future energy system. And finally, the UK's cold snap is coming to an end, but with the sudden increase in temperatures comes a risk of flooding. The freeze over the past week or so led to travel disruption and power cuts, But warmer air from the Atlantic is causing temperatures to jump as much as 15 degrees in 24 hours. The Met Office has issued a yellow warning for rain and says these conditions could also spark severe disruption on Britain's roads, railways and runways. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for the Leader podcast from the Evening Standard. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. See you then.